Good morning. This is Mike Houston with your Saturday morning weather hazard briefing for southeast Idaho. Looking at the key points across the region, we're looking at a frost freeze warning that continues this morning until 9 a.m. It should be the last one for the season, as we'll end that program. A dry backdoor cold front will be spilling over the divide today and continuing through Sunday. That'll result in slightly cooler temperatures and locally breezy northeast winds, and a lake wind advisory for the American Falls Reservoir this afternoon. A return to warm and dry daytime conditions are expected early next week, and then we're looking at a change coming next weekend, which will bring a more active weather pattern across the region. Looking at our weather risk outlook matrix, I just have a minor risk of some locally breezy conditions across the region to take care of that lake wind advisory that we expect today and continuing breezy conditions for tomorrow. Here we are looking at satellite loop early this morning. The loop ends at 2:30 this morning. You can see the at least the leading edge of this cold front working into the divide regions early this morning. It will continue to spill over the divide through the day today, bringing us those breezy northeast winds. We do have, as I mentioned, a frost and freeze warning out. Freeze warning for the Snake River Plain and frost advisory for the eastern Magic Valley this morning. Underneath this is hidden that lake wind advisory for American Falls Reservoir this afternoon. Looking at our storm track today, we have a high pressure ridge across the west. That's indicated by these lines here. The red colors are indicative of the moisture that's available in the atmosphere. So red is dry and green means we have some moisture. So we have a high pressure ridge across the region. It's dry. We can see at least in the model here, the remnants of that cold front this afternoon having passed off to our south and east and spreading into southeast Idaho from the northeast. That'll bring us some slightly cooler temperatures across the region. Highs generally running from the mid-60s to 70 degrees here in the Snake River Plain and eastern Magic Valley, and generally in the 60s in the Central Mountains and southeast highlands. Daytime humidities will be running generally in the mid-20s to lower 30s across the region. Here's a look at the wind gusts that we expect at least this afternoon. Northeast in that 20 to 25 mile an hour range throughout the Snake River Plain. And then a little lighter as we get out to Sunday here, where we still have this northeast flow, and the strongest wind gusts should be down here near the Shoshone area, 20 to 25 through the day. Advancing the storm track to Monday, we have that high-pressure ridge rebounding across the northern Rockies, and what that will bring us is renewed warmer-than-average temperatures across the region, so an uptick in daytime highs here from the upper 60s to lower 70s in the Snake River Plain and eastern Magic Valley, and generally in the 60s to lower 70s in the Central Mountains and southeast highlands. Daytime minimum humidities will be in the mid-teens to 20s across the region, so fairly dry. And as we advance the storm track to next Saturday, we see that ridge breaking down, a strong consolidated westerly storm track impinging on western Canada and the Pacific Northwest, and in fact we'll have a storm system embedded in this flow here probably as early as Saturday and another one on Monday. They will likely bring us colder temperatures, a wind, and a chance of precipitation to southeast Idaho. That's reflected in the 8 to 14-day temperature outlook, which is getting closer to normal. With each passing day, the warmest temperatures continue to slide east, and we continue to see a chance of above normal precipitation values across the Pacific Northwest. In summary, we have a frost freeze warning out this morning until 9 a.m. That will be the last one for the season, as we'll shut that program down for the rest of the year. We do have a dry backdoor cold front spilling over the divide today and continuing through Sunday. That'll result in slightly cooler temperatures and locally breezy northeast winds, and a lake wind advisory for American Falls Reservoir this afternoon. We should see a return to warm and dry daytime conditions early next week as a ridge rebounds across the region. And then as we get into next weekend, that ridge breaks down as we see an active westerly storm pattern breaking into the Pacific Northwest. We should see our first storm system maybe as early as Saturday and another one on Monday. All righty, that's all I had for you here this morning. If you needed to speak to us or reach out to us, you can catch us on email, telephone, or through the web. Take care.